Abbot, straight out of West Auckland. I come here back in when they had the first Aussie-New Zealand battle here, and I was quite surprised at the calibre of MCs that were here from Australia. They kind of dealt to us, but word up Delta, peace ass man. Yeah, I've got my own career at the moment. We're halfway through our album Sativa Souls. For those out in here in Aussie, that it'll be coming your way, so it's all cool. But yeah, that should be out before November hopefully, so that's where we're going with that. My battle style, I'm just straight off the top, no written punchlines, no punchlines that, you know, I've remembered. Whatever the opponent says to me, I'll try my hardest to rebut, you know, come back with a rebuttal and hopefully put him down in his grave, and that's where it stays. Oh man, I mean, the Australian team over the last 2-3 years, man, you know, we come here the first time thinking we're going to take this out, and Delta kind of dealt to us, and then he showed us what was going to happen and what didn't happen. And you know, I personally, if we win tonight, New Zealand, we're going to be damn lucky, because you know, Australian MCs, as far as I'm concerned at the moment, they're way above us at the moment as far as freestyling. As long as they keep it real and it's freestyle and it's not that written bullshit, it's all good. Honestly, myself, if I can't come up with, you know, the straight up answers to rebut what my opponent says to me, then I'm only doing myself harm. So yeah, only myself.
Cool. G, do you mind if you ask another question? I just want to get a cut away of the
yep.
model.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the New Zealand team?
New Zealand team, honestly, besides my record not being in it, this is probably one of the best teams that New Zealand's had. Whether they come out like that, thinking that and believing that, is a whole different story.
Cyphanetik, Staying Hanga, Auckland City, New Zealand. I've been battling for the last 6 years now. Battled over here a few times, stealth battles. New Zealand, 3 years, 2 years consecutively, came in the like semis, and then the third year I won the New Zealand battles, which was last year. I battled in the last 3 Australia New Zealand battles, and yeah, I don't know, I probably battled in maybe about 10 comps now. I run Breaking Records, a label in New Zealand, and that's really my main focus. For me, battling's like fun, you know, like a sport or something like that. It's not. I wouldn't call myself a battler or anything. That's why I keep coming back, even though I keep losing. Battles pretty much just try to think of some witty shit, you know, and just come with one-liners and stuff. Like I don't know. Tonight, like, I know, like, you know, Australians are very patriotic, so I'm probably looking more to impress the judges than the crowd tonight, but usually, like, yeah, my strategy would be to win the crowd over, but I learned my lesson from last time that doesn't work here. I think they're pretty good, eh? Like, definitely progressed hard out in the last 2 years, I think. When we came back here 2 years ago, the MCs are pale in comparison to the dudes they got doing it now, especially, you know, like Justice always like comes up with a lot of witty stuff, and even Surreal and Moeshns, I remember from last year's battle in New Zealand, they both came pretty tight, and, you know, like, you know, if it was over here, they probably would have won their battles and shit. So yeah, I mean, I haven't heard, like, you know, the rest of the team, but I'd say if they're up to that level, then they're pretty good, you know. I think, I mean, I don't know about my biggest threat is probably, you know, probably someone who I don't know who like knows a lot about me, you know, because I've been in like a lot of battles before and stuff, so, you know, it's easy for them to know about me, but like half the team I wouldn't fucking, you know, I'd never heard their name before in their life, I wouldn't know anything about them, wouldn't know what they look like, you know what I mean? So that probably is the biggest threat for me, but the person who I'd put my money on to take it out would be Justice, but then I think if I battled Justice, I think I'd probably have a better chance against him than some of these other cats who, like, you know, strangers to me maybe, if they're good, you know, if they're on his level.
My name's Michael Todd and my hometown's Auckland City. Yeah, I won Battle for Supremacy in New Zealand, yeah. Yeah, Brand, I'm hard out into graffiti. My crew does their thing hard out, yeah. All my boys are going to be here tonight. They've all come over, so yeah, my boys are all down, yeah. My crew's DMN, Dirty McNasty, yeah. My battle style, I'm dope, immaculate, perfect, impeccable, unstoppable, crushing, all-powering, conquering. Cyphanetik or Abbot.
My name's Hegz, representing New Plymouth District to the fullest. Battle experience, I've been battling in tournaments in New Zealand since like late 2002. I've taken out 2 battles in Palmerston North. Recently took out Bragg Battle Part 3 in Wellington. Made it to a couple of finals and semis and other battles in like Wellington and Auckland. So been in about, this is like my 7th battle tournament. Yeah. I most definitely represent with the MP kids, whole roster, Army of Degenerates, Vomiters Talk, Dirtbag District. That's how we do. Yeah, MPK. I wouldn't like to think that I come with like a certain style all the time, so I'm just gonna basically just try and come straight off the head, work with what's there, and if it works, and if not, then it's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Shit, I ain't heard like a lot of them, but like I've heard Justice and a few things, and he's got skills. Shit, I probably haven't heard any of the other guys, but like Aussie hip hop in general, I'm feeling that shit. So, you know, but Justice is the only guy I can say I've heard like extensively. I don't see anyone as a big threat really, like in particular, because like I don't want to be like focusing on one dude and shit like that. I just want to come out to the battle like whoever comes up for it is gonna get it. If it's my night, you know what I mean, like, and yeah, not trying to focus on no one dude. Don't want to think too much, mess your head up before you battle.
Jabawockii from Christchurch, New Zealand. I was in last year's Aussie New Zealand and this year's Battle for Supremacy in Christchurch. And yeah, last year's New Zealand finals, I came second in that. Yeah, I rep for LXG with my man Nets Money and my man Prolific as well with Full Cypher. Battle style is just try and come with as many dirty or crazy punchlines as possible off the top and just multis as much as I can. Try and keep it a little bit different. I haven't really heard much of the Aussies this year other than who was over here last year, and those guys seem pretty good, so yeah, should be a good night. I don't know, Justice, isn't he everyone's?
What's up, Juse 1, coming from Wellington, capital New Zealand. Yeah, I've been battling for a couple of years, won like most of the battles in Wellington in the last couple, and have done a few up in Auckland as well. Wanderers, that's my MC crew. Triple S is my graph crew, and Top Shelf Clothing is my clothing label. I don't know much about them, to be honest. I purposely didn't really research them, just ready for whatever they bring. I know that they've had a lot of battles prior to this, which is good lead up for them, good on them. But I just hope they bring it. Myself.
Yeah, my name is Pakks. I come from Auckland City, New Zealand, West Auckland. Nah, I haven't I have, but you know, I've been battling a long time. I'm the youngest. I think I'm the youngest person to ever be in these battles. I'm only 17, and I was in last year, and I was only 16, and yeah, all good. Yeah, I'm involved in my crew here, 135th Battalion. Pretty much, it's me. I base my style on punchlines and having good delivery, clarity, mic control. I think Justice is real strong, and Surreal and Moeshns as well. But you know, I haven't really heard of any of the other MCs, so we'll take it as they come. Justice, definitely. Yeah.
Matt Walker, Christchurch, New Zealand. I won the all ages Christchurch MC battles, and other than that, just entered Supremacies. Iron Speech, which is me, Charisma, and Basic. Nah, I didn't really know I was in the battles until yesterday, so yeah, just go with the flow, I suppose. Yeah, I don't really know much about them, to be honest. Like I said, yeah, just got put in at the last minute. Yeah.
MC Pie from Brisbane up in Queensland. I've been battling for a couple of years now, probably like 2 or 3 years. It's not a lot of battles up in Brisbane, man. We get to battle like maybe once every 2 months. There's really not a lot going on up there, so I kind of feel a little inexperienced at the moment, but we'll see how that goes. I think I find I'm a lot more laid back with my battle styles than a lot of these other cats. Like everyone else likes to jump around and get right into it. I kind of tend to chill out a bit more, pay a bit more close attention maybe. Yeah, not so much on the rapping tip. WRS up in Brisbane, the Damages. We've got a little something coming out on the release tip. That's pretty much it, really. A lot of solo shit. And they got a strong team this year. They're playing it off like they're not real confident, but you can see it in their eyes. They're real hungry for it this year. They don't want to let us have 3 in a row because I don't think there's any coming back from that. So they're real hungry for it this year. Biggest threat. I know the Abbot's got some killer rhymes, man. He's quick off the top, so I don't know. I'm kind of keeping my eyes on that lad, so we'll see how that goes, yeah.
Yeah, Kaos from Melbourne City. Entered my first battle about 2000, probably about 4 years ago, and just sort of on and off been battling ever since. Sort of took a break, hadn't really battled much until the Vic Heats this year, and did well enough to get in the team, so that was pretty good. I made the semis and lost to Justice, which is supposedly supposed to be a good battle. I think that's pretty much what got me in the team, so I was pretty happy with that. But yeah, the Oz finals didn't do too well, but you know, here to redeem myself. Yeah, me and Justice are in the same crew, so well militia, and just in the wider crew, Cerebral Atrophy with a bunch of guys from Melbourne and a couple guys from Sydney. So just yeah, battle style, very punchline oriented. Try to come with sort of multiple syllables when I rhyme rather than just one, and just try to keep it as humorous and sort of technically good as possible as well as entertaining. That's what I try to do anyway. I haven't heard much of the guys, only a couple of them from past battles, Cyphanetik, a couple of the other guys. Abbot has been in the battle last year, but they seem pretty tight. Cyphanetik, I think, has got the goods to take it out if he's on fire tonight, so I'll keep him on my toes. From New Zealand, I'd probably say Cyphanetik. From Australia, I think Justice is probably in really good form at this time of year, or this time in his career. So he's probably most likely from Australia to take it out.
MC Fevapres, Melbourne, Southeast represent. I really couldn't count them. Probably been battling for about 2-3 years, so I've got a lot of experience. So, yeah, heaps. Yeah, like it's sort of like a loose organised crew that is southeast. It's called, you know, we always chant southeast. That's with my man Surreal, dudes like Solomon, dudes like J Red, Devastate, just all the street science sort of crew. So yeah, that's, I guess you consider that a crew. A lot of people I think are kind of underestimating. You know, there's like, beaten him 2 years in a row, we'll crush him. But I think there's some talented dudes in the side, you know, and obviously there's the talented and the less talented, you know, like there is in our team as well. But I think some of them, you know, will be hard to beat, and we'll have to be definitely like at our best to take these guys out. So yeah, I don't really see anyone as a threat by myself. Like it's sort of like when you're battling, it's kind of like you're all as well as your opponent, you fight. You know, you're in a sort of, I don't know, you like yourself, you know, like it's like, am I going to beat this guy? And then it's like a battle of confidence within your mind, and you're like, you know, I think that's the hardest thing, because if you can perform to your best, you know, chances are you might get close to winning. So that's probably who I see as my biggest threat myself.
Yeah, my name's Justice, and I'm from Melbourne. I've won just a bunch of local battles, and I won the Oz final last year and this year. Yeah, that's what I am. A bunch of others, but yeah, I'm in a crew called Third World, which is me and Kaos, the other guy in the battle. Yeah, we do stuff with him, and we're in a bigger collective called Cerebral Atrophy, which is Infallible, J-Flow, Sione, Flagrant, Lewis One, and Third World. I try to come with as many punchlines as I can, but like always stay on beat. Like I don't like sort of, I don't really like it when dudes sort of go off beat and stuff and don't sort of stick to the rhythm and shit. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I reckon it's pretty strong. Like they got Cyphanetik again, who's fucking sick. They got Abbot, who like turned a lot of heads last time he was down here. Yeah, they've got Hegz, who's also like, I've heard heaps about him, although I don't know what he's like, but yeah, he should be sick. And then they've got a bunch of like newcomers and stuff, which I haven't heard too much about except for like Jabawockii and stuff. But yeah, so I don't really know what to expect, but I reckon it's gonna be pretty hard.
Yeah, Moeshns. I'm from Hallett Cove, South Australia. Been in a lot of battles. Basically heaps in Adelaide, invitational ones, and just ones at events and stuff. Weekly open mics and that. Last year's Oz vs New Zealand, which didn't go too crash hot, and went in Revolver last year as well, and that pretty much sums it up. I've felt really good. It helps, home crowd helps, gives you sort of confidence to rock the microphone to your full potential, because when you got people hypes you up, and you just come a lot harder than you probably would normally. To be quite honest, I don't really know a lot about them. The only familiar faces are Abbot and Cyphanetik, because they sort of left a bit of a statement in the first battle. So I seen it on the net. Someone wrote in the Fame thing, the dudes you love to hate, or something. The crowds would love to hate them, and that sort of fits them good, because yeah, there was a bit of rivalry between the rappers that battled them and stuff, which was pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, I think there might have been a few other dudes from last year, but I haven't really watched the DVD back yet or anything, so I'm not really sure. It could go any way. I think from the New Zealand lineup, the only guy that sort of seems really get talked up and stuff is Cyphanetik. But out of the Australian team, it could really go any way. I mean, probably the Melbourne dudes in their element, in their hometown, Fever, Surreal and Justice, and Kaos as well. But the Tongue from Sydney is fresh as well. There's too many names to mention really, like anyone's a possible threat. So.
Yeah, my name's Squared. I'm from representing Perth, WA. I've been in, I was in the Aussie friggin' hip hop MC battles. I got into the finals, went to Sydney, won a few local battles, came second at a local battle in Perth. Not much, only been battling about 6 months. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with the crew Figures of Speech, me, Wolverine and Shaker. we've been gigging for about 6 months around Perth, studying music, yeah, just trying to get our tracks together and eventually release something, but yeah, taking it easy. I don't know, I don't know, hey, I just go up there and do what I can, you know, like try and pick out things to diss them on, you know. There's no like particular style or structure really, it's just however it comes out. Fucking all of them pretty well. Any one of them could probably get me, but you know, you have your good days and your bad days, so you'll see what happens, should be alright.
I am MC Surreal. I reside in the southeast of Melbourne City, and yeah. I've won a few battles in Melbourne. I won the Melbourne title last year, the Victorian title. That was pretty big. I won the Blaze battle also last year. That was for $1,000. That was a good battle. I've also won the Loop Trip battle that was held at the Corner Hotel. Yeah, I've won a couple, but also come second in a couple too. Came second in Revolver 2 years in a row. But that was good fun. And also just big battles like such tonight and last year in New Zealand. It was good. It's good fun. Last year in the Australian title, so battles are good, you know. So when I got back from New Zealand last year, a lot of people were approaching me beforehand, before I left, to come roll with them and, you know, maybe do some stuff with their labels and so forth. But I was basically looking for someone that would push us in the way that we wanted to be pushed. Myself and my partner Nate B. And basically, I had been in talks with DJ Peril, which is a man that's been in the game for 22 years and knows his history and really has been working it. And we got along really good. We had a couple of meetings. We always had been friends. And he wanted me to come roll with Street Elite Records. And we went down, chucked a beat on, we did some tracks. Obviously, as you know, we did the Bang Diss track. Yeah, so now we're on Street Elite Records, Suburban Intellect. Our mixtape's coming out real soon, and we're working on that album all year. And got a couple of clips happening, so that's where our future's at. I mean, all these years of battling, really, because I've been battling for a good 3 years, 4 including street battles. But all the battles really led up to my future, where I wanted to go, and where my heart wanted to take me was to make real music. So I think after this battle, I'm going to hang up the boots with battles, but I'm going to go out hard tonight, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, definitely. Like I guess being in all those battles, I've been in that many battles. I can't tell you how many, all around the country. But I mean, it was very much character building, and definitely for me and the people from the southeast and my crew, paying dues is a big thing. And to me, paying dues was going in all the battles. I felt I had to earn my stripes before I signed to a label, and being on stages all those times in those battles definitely gave me confidence on stage. And one thing that my crew really relies on is a great live show. And I guess battling has really boosted my stage presence and confidence, how I talk to a crowd and approach them. So it was good. It was good. No one.
Yeah, my name is Zanin Shirley from Sydney. What's my battle experience? In the last year, I've done about 15 battles. I won Battle Axe vs Double Beef in Sydney, the Sure Shocked MC Battle, and New South Wales Battle for Supremacy. What's my style? Expect the unexpected, that's generally my motto. I like to keep it interesting for myself as well as people I'm competing against. I do that by coming out of left field, hopefully, and throwing something at them that they're not quite expecting. Well, I'm sort of known for my costumes. I wore Speedos in one battle, that was when I was as Ian Thought. I dressed up as a blind guy, and that was MC Sympathy. I wore a rhino hat on my head, and I was Rhinoceros. I wore a sort of fake cut-out cardboard penis on my head, and I was the dickhead that night. So, yeah, that's the kind of styles I'm bringing. Not as such. I think there need to be more solo artists in Australia. But, you know, I wouldn't rule that out. I'm just waiting to find the right people to work with, you know. No need to rush that. there's some very impressive guys in there, you know, full credit to them. I haven't seen many of this year's team battle before, but personally they seem like great guys, but I still have to treat them like my worst enemy in the battle, you know. Probably Abbot or Cyphanetiks. Yeah, those guys are pretty confident. They've done well for themselves.